The economic sanctions against Russia are crippling. The country is cut off from most foreign money while its own currency collapses. Because of it, Russia is now fleeing to a familiar safe haven, gold. And experts say the less familiar cryptocurrency could be next. Let's start with the tried and true. After a 2-year pandemic pause, Russia's central bank is restarting gold buying, returning to its relentless effort to de-dollarize with bullion. In times of crisis, the yellow metal is frequently a financial refuge for governments. It's simple, well-known, and since ancient times been used to store value. Over the past decade, we've seen Russia aggressively build up its gold reserves, now the 5th largest in the world, to act as a weapon against economic sanctions. And there's been a lot of them. The Atlantic Council estimates Western sanctions have cost Russia an average of $50 billion a year since 2014. There was the 2014 sanctions when Russia illegally annexed Crimea, 2018 sanctions following U.S. intelligence reports on election interference, more sanctions that year over a nerve agent attack against a former Russian spy on British soil, new sanctions over election interference, and now the invasion of Ukraine. Every time Russia adds an ounce of gold to its reserves, it's further declaring independence from the greenback. But in the drive to de-dollarize, experts say Russia will also inevitably turn to something non-tangible, crypto. And Russians already are. Look at this spike in trading volume between the ruble and Bitcoin. People are clearly seeking refuge from sanctions and ruble collapse in cryptocurrency. And the price of Bitcoin is surging over demand.
The prevailing narrative of Bitcoin being that digital gold, being a censorship-resistant technology, especially when we see sanctions, not only the United States to Russia, but we see China sanctioning Raytheon and Lockheed, or we see Canada sanctioning some of their own citizens. I think this is going to become a bigger and bigger narrative, and Bitcoin's going to continue to serve as one of the solutions.
While U.S. adversaries like Russia work like mad to reduce reliance on the dollar, the U.S. Treasury Department warned late last year that digital currencies could erode the power of Western sanctions. I'm Simone Del Rosario, and from New York, it's Just Business.